I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seed. Ooh, and she felt intrigued. Trying to the LMPD. Go and get yourself esteem. And she trying to link up. So much we got synced up. Pulled up in the dinged up whip. This ain't Pepto Biz, what this pink stuff is. Gonna tell me. Yeah, you heard me, you ain't felt me. I've been moving, I've been shaking. Go and hit me on the celly. Try to sell me on something while I hope.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Carolinas and Bank of America Stadium here in Uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Denver Broncos. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. That is not a sign of things to come. A rude welcoming to this ball game. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And he will take this across midfield and down the 48-yard line. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Christian McCaffrey playing against the Broncos here. And McCaffrey from the Denver area played his high school ball in Highlands Ranch south of downtown. And, of course, Father Ed, a longtime receiver, a very good one for the Broncos, played with them from 1995 until 2003. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
A quick throw caught out wide by Judy. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down. Stopped at the Panthers' 30. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
In the offseason, Melvin Gordon made the move over from the Los Angeles Chargers to the Denver Broncos. He stayed in the AFC West, and now he has a mission to get back to being mentioned as one of the top backs in the league. With a young quarterback, Drew Lock there, expect him to catch a ton of passes out of the backfield and use his ability in open space to make people miss.
It's a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for the rookie Jerry Jeudy there, but now it'll be 3rd down.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
All things considered, a pretty good kick. Just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
By the Broncos.
Now, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline. And now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Open man, he completes it to Jeudy. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
It's a gain of 20.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Eli Apple up from his corner spot to make the play.
Gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Sets up the screen to Gordon. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Yeah, they string that play out nicely. He stopped before he can turn upfield. No gain, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10. At the
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. operating from the gun. Huntley forced out to his left. He'll try and run it. And it's a fumble. And the Panthers have recovered.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, we had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there. And
and Bridgewater intercepted for the third time. Picked off near the 32. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos.
Makes the score Broncos 7. Panthers 9.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Albert Okuebuna was the target there, but it'll be 2nd down.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
McCaffrey, the ball carrier.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down.
22, he's coming, 22's coming.
Bridgewater now. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Bridgewater's pass intended for Christian McCaffrey. Incomplete.
So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. KJ Hamler deep for the Broncos. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they've got themselves a 7-0 lead here, but that, you recall, was a defensive touchdown, so still nothing as of yet for this offense.
Well, they're happy to have the lead. We got to cut them a little bit of slack. It's still early enough, just a couple of drives so far, but if this one goes nowhere, those adjustments that we talk about, they shouldn't wait for halftime. They should go ahead and start working on them right now.
First down, he'll drop to throw. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 47.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to look deep for more. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A.J. Boye with a pick. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
The tackle by
Jeremy Chin there defensively.
1-yard gain.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
At the 5-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
To number 89.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. This is Gordon on the dump off. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 45-yard line.
2nd and 9 now. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
Bridgewater sack.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down.
Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Silver. Bang, 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 bang. Let's twist. Find out.
From the gun, Bridgewater. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And now here is another interception. Picked off right around the 43. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
And 12 at the 40.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3. The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
We're certainly not going to see a better punt than that. Definitely taking a chance, because if that thing clips the pylon, it comes out to the 20, but instead, it goes out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here. Don't end up in the end zone. Ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football, and indeed, that's the plan of attack.
And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10.
Ball carrier.
And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Here's Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he will have the first down as he's up to his 17-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Check 26, check 26. Watch safety creep, watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. 6.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Bridgewater eluding the pressure right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Bryce Callahan.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful, because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open man, Butler complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
54, right there, 54 yards. Check back.
Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts
It's a gain of
as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
2nd down.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And And this one is right down Broadway. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
And there's a catch by Christian McCaffrey, and he plays a huge role in the passing attack. He's caught over 100 passes each of the last 2 years, so he is a defense's nightmare because how do you identify him before the snap on every play? Is he a running back? Is he a receiver? Do you guard him with a defensive back, a linebacker? Whatever you do, he tends to have the answer himself and ends up making big plays.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Bridgewater, a play fake to McCaffrey. He'll look to throw. Flush to his... And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Von Miller, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So Bridgewater needing to work a little magic after that sack on a 3rd and long.
You got nothing today. You got nothing. Check. Lucky.
They just do get the play off. Now Bridgewater. And he's got his target. That's more. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 43. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Bridgewater to throw it. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Bridgewater. And that's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Check 13.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And that will be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coach would always say, Don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Big stuff, G. Big stuff.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Buying time to his left. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Oh, they're on him too quick. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. So maybe the defense will have to kickstart the offense here. The first points of the game comes from that defensive unit.
Yeah, sometimes you get together and you say, hey, maybe it's on us today. We have to go out and force the issue and make a play and get everyone else going.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Bridgewater going to lead the Panthers up here, 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line.
22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike 22, Mike 22. Time to go, night. Mike 22.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
The ball carrier.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
47-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Heavy on the edges. Right there, 54, right there. 54, Mike. Hey, I'm coming after you.
On 2nd and 7, Bridgewater. And he's got the hook up to Moore.
Bridgewater.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
That's a gain of 6.
That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's McCaffrey. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Fire down. Mike 22's coming, Mike. Here we go.
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And they'll rally and stop him short of the 1st down at about the 6. A good gain there on 3rd and 8 of 7 yards, and now a decision here on 4th and 1.
It's now 4th down and 1.
Matt Rule, a risk taker in college, going for it. He may try and run for this. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play. 1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts.
Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Kill.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Mark Ingram, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers are a 2-point conversion away from tying up this football game. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Throwing is Bridgewater. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted to tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Number 22.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
No gain on the play.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They go play action. Bridgewater. And this is caught. He hits more. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. A quick throw by Bridgewater. That's complete. Not much there, only a yard.
Pass complete to number 89. He's taken out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Bridgewater going to give this to McCaffrey. And they'll get him down right around the 16. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. The Panthers on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 7. This is McCaffrey on the give. And they'll get him down short of the first down, right on the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
10-yard line.
Got to kick it, right? I mean, even the short yardage, you boot this thing, don't you?
Yeah, but I know how aggressive you are. I know what you want. You want to go for it, don't you? You're feeling it, aren't you?
Yeah, but treat it like a football game, not like Madden.
I like that. Fight the temptation, kick the field goal, because if you go for it and don't get it, you put a lot on your defense in a short amount of time.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy, and it's 3rd down.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. Got a man. It's Jeudy, complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. That was Dante Jackson, the one who got a hand in to knock it away.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
Being chased out left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Trey Boston. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down.
At the 47-yard line.
Let's go. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Go.
And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on 1st down. They did that plus 3.
And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Gain of 2.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark, got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. Christian McCaffrey unable to get to the marker. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 3 yards to gain there, second down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth.
1-yard line.
So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
A gain of 4. And it's third down.
He's back to throw. Out quickly to Judy. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Tackled by Brian Burns. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Back to throw.
Panthers 38-yard line.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
The second down.
No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Number 32.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, That gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Here's 2nd and 8. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 39. A gain of 13. It's a first down. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Second and 13. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this will be caught. It's a touchdown. An absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime.
19.
Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Broncos, their very slim playoff hopes remain as they move to 6 and 7 on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7 and 6 on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.